Hey guys, it's Maria,
This is Charlie,
and we are going to do a quick recap of the best flow from this past week.
and I'm not necessarily even going to say the best flow. I'm going to say definitely some of the unusual flow. A lot of this we followed. Maria, let's go ahead and start off with Square on Monday. We did swing this. It's one of those that I know a couple of us sold way too early Tuesday morning. We followed those Square 75s. If you'll go ahead and click those. And I thought those had turned to purple too. Maybe not. Anyway, Square, these 75s just started coming in, pop, 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 pop. Not a lot of size, but it was intriguing to us. And this is one of those things. I believe it ended up with an upgrade the next morning. So this is one that we swung. Again, this isn't a ton of size, but it was one of our swings, and it was just the consistency we look for. And you can see their price, 89, 90, 92, 94, price moving up. So Square was one of them. But Monday, the Square came in, but one of the biggest unusual things that we saw on Monday was the flow on Amazon. So Maria, if you can pull up that flow on Amazon real quick. It was, I believe, 1935s. You'll have to scroll down. There was a lot of flow on this. You can see here, they came in that morning. Those first four, the three purple and the one yellow, came in all within, I think it was 4 seconds. Every one of those above the ask. Now, seeing flow on Amazon, seeing maybe an above the ask 1935 by itself wouldn't be that unusual. Seeing those four come in boom, 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 4 in 4 seconds for that kind of size, all above the ask, and it's a little fuzzy for my eyes here, but that's probably getting close to a couple $1 million. And it just kept coming later in the day. It kept coming, or not necessarily later in the day, but that flow that was coming through in the 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s that day ended the week at what, Maria, 70 or 80 bucks?
I believe so.
Yeah, where did Amazon end up? 2000 and
So Amazon, the high for the week was 2035, but Friday we ended around 2010, 2011 or so.
yeah, so
2011.
2035, those hit over $100 a contract. So again, a good five-bagger. So again, solo flow in Amazon might not be that unusual. For it to come in like it did, it wasn't ER flow, which we'll talk about a little bit. Maybe it was the run up to Prime Day for this week, but it didn't catch Prime Days. So very interesting flow. I know a lot of people played Amazon this week, different strikes. I know there was playing 2000s and everything else. Another one Monday, Maria, Intel. Here's one that we played. I screwed up. Let's go ahead, and I believe it was the 4750s on Monday. All this buying came in on the 4750s. I mean, just relentless buying. Part down here in the yellow and the first purples. Now, I bought this early Monday morning, and I was swinging it. I think we were down in it a little bit Tuesday. I got frustrated in this one, and these contracts were 50-something cents when I bought them. This is one I messed up. We're not perfect out there. I think we're pretty decent traders, but we're definitely not perfect. Intel's one of them I even put in the Flow with Mojo room. This had all the hallmarks of doing something good. It was short-term expiration. They kept pounding it out. I ended up selling this one for a small loss, and it ended the week a good solid 4-bagger. You don't see that much flow in Intel. You just don't. You'll see a little flow here and there in Intel, not that ground and pound on Intel. I don't remember if it got upgraded or what happened, but I just know it killed it the rest of the way. Maria, one of them you talked about earlier with me was PayPal on Tuesday. There were 119s there. Gorgeous. That's an example of ER flow. 726, you can see there's the expiration, and you can see up there in the corner there, July 24th is when they're having ER. So this is some ER flow. Again, this is one that Maria likes really well. And as you can see, the contract's moving in the right direction. And this hit, 120-something this week? I know it hit a few all-time highs. So PayPal is flow that we've always talked about that usually works. If there's just a couple here, a couple there, it's one thing, but this was just boom, 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 boom. They kept hitting it. There's some size in there, some 224,000, 140,000, 129. So it had some size to it. We like that, especially when it's going the right direction. And this is one that, good example of ER flow. A lot of ER flow we don't follow. When we do, we'll usually sell it the day before or the day of, if it's an afternoon. That is some really good flow we've seen on PayPal this week. Again, Intel, I completely screwed that one up. That was kind of my fault. Maria, MU had flow all week. I want to look at Wednesday's 4350s. And it had flow all week. I posted flow Monday, Tuesday, I think Wednesday. Just kept getting flow. But those 4350s right there, yeah, you just had them. They kept coming in and kept coming in and kept. These things are a quarter when they're coming in, or 26 cents, whatever. Those ended the week over $1. And they weren't that far out of the money, especially for a Tuesday, the way everything was running. MU, we played it a couple times. I don't think I played this exact one. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Maria, I don't know if you did or not. But this was another one of those that flow where they just kept hitting it. Those yellows are opening transactions. Ask above ask above ask. And then Thursday, was it Thursday? No, Wednesday, another one, DBX. This is one we played. We actually swung this one as well. Those DBX 28s, for August 16th. Yeah, just buying. Scrolling down, that's some of the scrolling down the beginning of where that just started coming through. Yeah, all those yellow opening transactions there. Did see a little bid side later on, but then ask side again. But the DBX, this is one that we swung overnight. Actually, I think we swung this one for 2 days. I think we got out Thursday. This is ER flow. You see it expires August 16th. I'm sorry. ER is August 8th. So they are playing the ER run-up in this one. It's one of those I'll probably get back in because there's a lot of flow on it. But I took profits on a couple things this week. DBX was one of them. It wasn't huge, but it was okay. It was a decent enough swing. But you can see DBX isn't one of those you get flow in often. You'll get some, actually this week it's been more flow in it lately. Usually you didn't see that much DBX, but it usually works when you do see it in DBX. Maria, you got any other ones before we get to Friday that was just really blowing your mind?
I think those are really good. There was quite a bit of flow in spot just throughout the week, multiple days. I don't remember the exact date. But let's look. So spot, they were buying these 150s. They came in on the 8th and bottom up on the 9th. I'm sorry, the 8th, and then the 10th they bought some more, and then the 11th in white they bought some more. The 12th, it looks like they were buying 150s, and then they came in on the 12th and actually went out to August and bought 190s, more of a spec play. So there's definitely been a little bit of buying in spot. I just kind of want to keep an eye on it to see if any more comes in.
Spot had some good flow. There was a ton of good flow this week, almost to the point where you could just do a dart at anything and hit it. We're going over some really good flow. Most of this we played. And like I say, Amazon, that much flow that quick. And Amazon was unusual. Intel was unusual. DBX was highly unusual. So we're going over more of the unusual ones, names that you hear about a lot, and you'll see flow in often. There's flow in these, but not that kind of flow like what we're going over today. DBX was special flow. Intel was special flow that day. Amazon was special flow that day. There was a few more. You know what? Go look at Fold. I believe it was Monday morning. I put out Fold because I never see Fold with flow. So they came in on this one. I don't know where it hit that week.
So here was the flow on Fold.
Yeah.
7 to 7.
Fold Monday morning, they came in and hit this, and you don't see that much flow in Fold. They did hit it for 2020, but that was one that I called out and said, hey, this is some unusual flow too. Actually, that did pretty well, even though that's out to January 2020. I did have that in the flow and mojo room, only because, again, you don't see that much flow and Fold. But those two yellows there, same buyer. You're looking at what, 350 grand there, so just not bad, a little over 350. Fold was one that was unusual. Baba, let's look at Baba Friday. They're buying out to September, and they were buying size 175s. This one will catch ER, whether or not they hold through that, but we'll be watching to see if they flip out.
So the September 175s, it came through as a rapid fire alert. We did buy it. We are in it.
Oh. And look at the size of this. Every one of those is just size. A lot of contracts, a lot of everything went OI. Hadn't been met for the day. When you see it turn purple there, we know that the OI had been met. So it had already exceeded OI. This one we did play. It was actually up pretty nice that day, about 10, 15% at one point. I think it closed roughly about even. We got in at 665, I think it was, or 565, or 655. 665.
665, correct. 665.
Yeah. So this one, now again, you'll see Baba with flow. You don't usually see Baba with that much relentless flow coming in that fast, right, for the same strike and expiration. And I mean, that was size. That's several $1 million there on Baba. Maria, I want you to pass the screen to me for just 1 second here. Okay. So we've got a few rooms over on our Discord channel now. Everything we've been showing you has been on Black Box so far. And we usually stay on BBS Voice, and most everything goes over here in BBS Trade Room, right? And then you'll see mod plays like Jenny yesterday was in 6 cent JPM 115s. Anyway, 100%. This is our mod place. You'll see a lot of mods in here. I'd say a good chunk of those are really, really good plays. Every now and then we're not perfect. We're going to screw up on occasion. But we'll show you the good, bad, and the ugly in there. But I'm going to get something pulled up here. Happened yesterday. And this one, we're going to scroll up over here. Risky AF. This is a room. I'm going to go a few things over here. This week, Jenny bought 180 visas for 13 cents. Those went well over $1. Way to go, Jenny. I believe that was on Tuesday. Down a little bit on her CMG. Out of half of her visa at 47.80. She ended up selling some over $1. Anyway, some of the more risky plays, because they're going to be far out of the money, there was some flow that came in on Black Box. It was a bullish repeater. You see right here, and I'm going to go through the sequence of events. Maria, can you pull up our private Twitter?
Yeah, I can actually. While you're doing that, I can.
Yeah, while I'm doing this. So we get the alert, and Maria and Teresa, both moderators, both see this alert. It's Facebook next week for 210s. They both decide to buy it. Teresa's on voice talking about it. Maria's posting about it. And they're both going back and forth a little bit on voice about it. So I'm in the airport when this one comes through. Tell me when you get it on our private Twitter, or when you.
I have private Twitter pulled up.
Go ahead and pull it, give it back. Take the screen share back for a second.
All right. So right here, you'll see down here. Oops, here it is. Repeater bullish flow alert on Facebook, 35 cents. They paid for next week's 210 calls.
So the alert comes in. Maria and Teresa's talking about it on voice. Go ahead and pass it back to me. So private Twitter pops it. Maria and Teresa are talking about it. It gets posted in the Risky AF room because it was a little out of the money, so it went more in the risky room here, as you can see. But look at this flow. Now, when this came in, that last one was the 35 for 15K right here. This is the last one that set off that alert. Before all this buying came in up here, that was the purple buying, and also bigger size. But you can also see when this came in, and I don't remember what time that was on your thing, they were actually down about 10% on it for a little while. Boom, you can see what happened the rest of the day. That was a 500% alert, 560% alert. Congratulations, everybody that played that. Maria and Teresa, thank y'all for getting it called out there to everybody. Now, Facebook is Facebook in itself. We're going to go back to talking about, is Facebook in itself that unusual to get flow? No, to get that much that doesn't catch ER. This is a few days before ER. To get that much, that quick, that far into the money, that was highly unusual. And being able to spot which ones are the unusual flow from stuff that you have flowing a lot will help you go a long way. Whether or not you follow Black Box or a member of Black Box, I believe everybody should be into options flow, whether you get that from our service or one of the other ones out there. There's some good ones out there. I mean, obviously Wall Street Jesus is amazing. So, I believe in options flow. I know Maria believes in options flow. We've got 1,000+ members that believe in options flow. So if you don't use it much, use it from somebody. It can help your trading. This is stuff that most people on the street right here aren't seeing. And when this comes in, by the time, if this guy buys this, we see it land, but at the same time it's landing in his account. This is live. This is live right here. This is boom, boom, boom. So as they're buying it and it's landing in their account, as the exchange is letting them know at E-Trade or TD or wherever they're at, the exchange is letting everybody know. And we have that information. So you're seeing that live. So as it's landing in their account, it's landing across our screen. So that was just some of the flow this week. We ended the week good with Facebook. I didn't get to play it. I was in the airport. I am holding some 210s for ER, so that still helped me out. Maria, you got anything else in this one?
No, that's it. That is it. That was, it was a great end to a Friday. I'm really proud of all the members that stayed in that play. We had a lot of questions. People were wondering if we were going to get out because it turned against us for a few minutes or for a little bit there, but it ended up paying out really nicely.
Actually, I'm going to go back and hit some of those confirms real quick from the room. We get asked a lot, is this real? So while we're posting on Black Box, or while we're watching Black Box, this is our live trading room. We do use Discord for that. It should be called 300% Fridays from now on. He hit 300% on that one. We'll go ahead and hit some of these confirms right quick. Niners rules. Look at this, Facebook 210s. In at 35 cents, out at 85, 140s. Let's see here. He had 800% on his SPX.
Facebook actually closed Friday over 2. We sold half and we're swinging half.
Look right here, Facebook. He's in the 205s. Here's Facebook's 563% regular barbecue guy. He had 2 contracts. In at 33 cents, out at 221. I mean, this is 511% from Cheddar. Eric V, 429%, $4,000. So do we play these things? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Money matters 500%. I mean, this is 480% on him. I think I've seen Bender hit over 500% soon. Let me scroll on out here right quick. Foxtrot killed it. I think Bender was over 500% if I'm not wrong.
I'm pretty
Several
sure
people hit
he
pretty
was. He posted it on Twitter.
Yeah, I knew I've seen 500% somewhere. So yeah, it was a good day. They don't obviously all work out like that. Obviously, when we get that excited and everybody jumps in, it's what we call a consensus play. Those are really, really good. Look at Kimmer killed it 36 to 160. She had one contract. That's fine. So everybody was swimming in money that day. So it's like, what the hell do we do with all this? But anyway, this week, you know, and I said it at midweek, we made this week look very easy. Not every week is going to be this easy. You could throw a dart at flow this week and pretty much follow it. Next week, with the ERs coming out, this is going to help. I'll be glad when some of that gets out of the way because we are seeing a lot of ER flow that would play a little bit differently. So anyway, next week may not be near as easy. The market may be a little bit more choppy. I mean, when you're hitting record high, we did make this look a little easier than it sometimes is. But, you know, I think we're pretty good all the time anyway. But still, wanted to get all this out there. Maria, if you got anything else, we'll close this video down.
Nope, that's all I have. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I hope everyone has an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.